Hello, everyone. Welcome to Evolutionary Church. Welcome, 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 everybody. Everybody's starting to roll on in, and we are starting here at 9 o'clock on the dot. Evolutionary Church. Welcome, everyone. It's so delightful to be here with you this morning. Again, welcome to Evolutionary Church, where our mission is a planetary awakening in love through a unique self-symphony. And together we declare that the last day of the old face of evolution is honored as the first day of the new face of creation. I am Lisa Ingalls. I'm the one you have been hearing in the background there for the first 10 minutes before we start, sort of welcoming everybody in. I am the marketing director and the co-executive director of the Center for Integral Wisdom. I'm also the moderator and executive producer of this gorgeous gathering that we do every Saturday morning called Evolutionary Church. And in Evolutionary Church, we are connected, we are whole, and we are expressions of the entire process of creation, and we are here to activate a new humanity. We are a church, we're a synagogue, we're a temple, we're a zendo. We are all of it. No one is left out. Everybody is included, and we come together to attune to the evolutionary impulse that is awakening in us, as us, through us. Welcome home, everyone. We're so happy to be with you here this morning, or this afternoon, or this evening, depending on what part of the world you are joining us from, because we are a global communion. If you haven't already, please use your chat function to say hi to us and let us know where you're joining us from. Those have already been rolling in, and we do use our chat function for our prayers and our confessions of greatness. So please do have that open. And another request is that when you do chat, just look at the little blue, it's like a little blue circle icon thing. If you click on it, it should say chat to all panelists and attendees. And that allows the chat to come through to everybody so that it doesn't just show up on our panelists side here. I also invite you to, if you haven't already, join us over on Facebook. Our Facebook page is simply facebook.com/evolutionary church. We sort of meet over there during the week in between our broadcasts and between our live broadcasts, and that's where our community really gets together. I also have a very important announcement for those of you who are Evolutionary Church Collective members. Next Friday, you should have gotten an email on this. Next Friday, November 3rd at 4 p.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Eastern time, Barbara and Mark will be doing a private Q&A session with you all for 30 minutes. And if you are a member, you are invited to attend live. It's your chance to ask any questions you might have about the Dharma teachings and how to deepen and apply them in your life. It's really this special opportunity to get the support that you need on your evolutionary journey directly from Mark and Barbara. And if you can't make it live, no problem. It will be recorded. But we do encourage you to submit your questions in our private Facebook group, or you can email them to me at support@centerforintegralwisdom.org.
And Lisa, just to add on, just an exciting announcement. I can't say where I'm going to be and with who, but it's a mysterious story, and I'm going to be with a very interesting candidate for the United States Senate. And one of the important races is going to be joining us for that Q&A session, just listening in, because he's very interested in, right, oh my God, what's the news story? And you can't find it in any of the think tanks, and he's heard about Evolutionary Church, so he's going to be with us listening quietly to hear that conversation, right? One of the most exciting candidates for Senate, in the country, who I think is going to be a future leader and presidential contender. Just a little FYI. Thank you.
All right. That's a nice little tempting piece of information there. Thanks, Mark.
Holy temptation, always
holy
important.
temptation. So for those of you that are collective members, you will have received an email on that with the link. The link is also in the private Facebook group. So just letting you know. And if you're not a collective member and you want to become a collective member, I will put that link into our chat box, and then you can also get in on that private Q&A. The first month for Evolutionary Church is $2.99, so you can try it out. try it out. Not Evolutionary Church, Evolutionary Church Collective. Sorry, correct myself there. So you can try it out, no risk at all on that. All right, whew, lots of excitement here. So let's move on into our Dharma recap as we do every week. Just a quick reminder, we always start Evolutionary Church with a Dharma recap, a little bit of a recap from last week. We move into a resonance with Barbara and prayer with Mark, and then we move into our messages of the day with Barbara and Mark, and we end up with a final little story in general from Mark. And it usually is about, you can expect to be here with us for about 60 minutes, and do stay afterwards where we just say a quick meet and greet and hi to everybody as well. So that's the format for Evolutionary Church. So last week, our code, we're doing codes in Evolutionary Church. Our code for Evolutionary Church was, I am an evolutionary unique self, and evolution needs my outrageous acts of love. Right? The question is, that we all need to ask ourselves is, am I committing the outrageous acts of love that evolution needs me to commit? What does evolution want to do through me in this moment? What does evolution want to feel through me in this moment? So before I move on with our recap, I'm going to share a very short video with you that I just saw on TV this past week. So I went on YouTube and actually found the commercial, because when I saw it for the first time, I really thought that it captured the essence of this code. So I'm going to go ahead and, if you bear with me for just a moment while I do our code here. Okay, here we go. Just a little 30 seconds here.
Lisa is up leveling.
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna start it over because I had the volume all the way down. You guys have to hear this. It's very cool. All right, here we go.
You want to be the next big thing, next LeBron. The truth is, we don't need more LeBrons.
We don't need more Adrianas.
We don't need more Drews.
We need more of me.
We need more kids to see the world of possibilities. That's why Verizon is giving free tech, free access, and hands-on learning to students in need. Join us at weneedmore.com.
Right? So here's what we know is that evolution does not need more LeBrons. Evolution doesn't need more Adrianas or more Drews, doesn't need more Marks or more Barbaras or more Lisas or more Orianas. It needs more of you, right? This is essentially, when I saw this commercial, I was like, oh my God, this is essentially the puzzle piece teaching, which is one of our core Dharma teachings from the Unique Self Dharma. And if you're not familiar with it, it is in Mark Goffney's book, Your Unique Self. So I highly recommend you check that out. Check out the Your Unique Self book, because this puzzle piece teaching is in there. The puzzle piece teaching goes like this. Your unique self is both utterly unique and distinct, and yet paradoxically, it is that very uniqueness and distinction that merges with the larger context of all that is. We are each a puzzle piece that is not interchangeable with any other puzzle piece. The only puzzle piece that is your authentic self, your authentic unique self, can seamlessly connect to the divine one. As a puzzle piece, you are integrated into the whole, but you maintain your integrity. You don't get lost in the whole. The puzzle piece becomes part of the whole only through its unique puzzle nature. And any attempt to change your puzzle piece will make integration into the larger divine whole impossible. So we awaken a new humanity when we are our puzzle piece, not when we're LeBron, not when we're Drew, not when we're Mark or whoever, right? When we're us, our puzzle piece doesn't just complete the puzzle. It actually evolves the puzzle. That's huge. That's huge. When we give our unique gift, we evolve the whole story. And in Evolutionary Church, we understand that when the puzzle piece teaching becomes really clear in our consciousness, which I think is done really brilliantly. The puzzle piece teaching is an amazing metaphor. It just like, boom, comes right into your consciousness. When you get that, you can live it. And that is how, my friends, we will activate a new humanity in love through a unique self symphony. So we move in today towards our next code, code 9. And I invite us all now to enter into the sacred, the holy space of Evolutionary Church as Barbara, our beautiful Barbara, sets a resonant field for us. Barbara, I bring you on.
Yes, good morning to everyone. In this resonance, we recognize that evolutionary love is the inner core of reality. So let's just tune within, feel whatever that inner core feels like, and let's recognize it is evolutionary love, the love of creation, the love of God. And the quality of evolutionary love is intimacy. Intimacy, the feeling of your internal reality being outrageous love. And that love is an expression of intimacy. So you and that impulse of creation are one, uniquely as you. So let's tune in to that inner reality of our being. Feel it. The inner of the inner is the creator alive as you. And attention creates this reality. Attend to, put your attention on the inner creator, alive as uniquely you. Each one of these codes is not a noun, it is a verb. Unfolding, emerging, new, now. In other words, the billions of years of evolutionary impulse being outrageous love is coded as your intimate expression of creativity and love. And when you express it, you are tuned in to the entire story of creation as you. You're just not walking around as a separate person. You're walking around as an expression of God. And every moment, in a way, if you take snapshots of yourself, is a snapshot of that coming through you. Unfolding as you, vibrating as you, feeling as you. And in the Evolutionary Church, every single one of us now, let's do this together. Let's create the shared frequency of each person in this church experiencing directly the impulse of evolution intimately. Expressing as our unique love, expression of God uniquely as us in a chorus of divine love. One small group doing that now changes the world. So I conclude this resonance, this resounding by this whole, in this whole church, let's stay experiencing that inner impulse as the divine, intimately and authoritatively, you and me. And in this, Mark, I turn my word to you to take this beloved intimacy and beauty of the internal experience of God into your hands, my beloved.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you, beloved Barbara. Good morning, right? We are in the Evolutionary Church. This is the new church, the new synagogue, the new mosque, right? The new spiritual center, the new secular center, right? The new vision. We are in Florence in the beginning of the Renaissance. We are in Bethlehem in the Advent moment of Christianity. We are in the desert Sinai with Moses or the desert fathers. We are with Confucius. We are with Lao Tzu. We are convening the new vision. We are convening the new vision of identity, the new vision of community, the new universe story. And just like Da Vinci couldn't, with his friends in Florence, address the Black Plague and the death and the war and destruction of the pre-modern period by simply trying to work out some particular economic, social solution to the problem. But what Da Vinci and his colleagues needed to do was to raise all boats by articulating this new vision of identity, community, universe, story, practice, a new map, the 5 great keys. And it's only that new story that changes everything. We are here at this moment in time, after the deconstructions of postmodernity, ready to articulate the new vision. And this new vision is no less dramatic. It's no less stunning, even more so because it's evolving. It takes into account the best of what came before. And it's as much as a paradigm shift, but not some clever new age paradigm shift, rooted deeply in the best of the interior and exterior sciences. It's the best vision of reality that is so dramatically new and yet transcends and includes everything. And it's the only response we have today, right? And it's our great responsibility, our ability to respond to the existential risk that actually threatens the very existence of our planet. And we are ecstatic, meaning we're beside ourselves. And to be beside ourselves is to be beside the old vision of self, right? Remember Rumi, Barbara? He says, let me take you out of yourself and lift you like a prayer to the sky, right? The only way we can lift like a prayer to the sky, and we're about to enter prayer, right, in Evolutionary Church, is to take ourselves out of ourself, meaning out of the old vision of self, out of the contracted vision of self, to articulate literally a new vision of the new human and the new humanity, and to awaken this new humanity, to awaken this new universe story. And that's what we're here to do. Evolutionary Church, we're here to love each other madly and to participate directly in the evolution of love, to participate directly in actually being together the new human and becoming together the new humanity. It's not about it. And the first thing we do, which is really the third thing we do after Lisa does her beautiful recap, and beloved Barbara, right, resonates with us, and we're resonating in evolutionary code number 9. And we are articulating literally together in church a new set of what we're going to call evolutionary love codes, right? And evolutionary love codes, code 9 that we're in this week is, right, reality is not a fact, it's a story. Right? It's an outrageous love story, right? As Solomon wrote, its insides are lined with love. But outrageous love is not ordinary love. It's an evolutionary love. And evolutionary love means, and this is the essence of this week's code, that we live in an intimate universe. And we're working now on a book called The 20 Tenets of Intimacy, which is, Barbara and I are working on together, and it's awesome. Right? In these 20 tenets of intimacy, the first tenet is we live in an intimate universe. Oh my God. Wow. Right? And in an intimate universe, infinity discloses its intimacy. So the God you don't believe in doesn't exist. God's not merely infinity or even infinite power. God is the infinity of intimacy. So if Lisa and Barbara have a personal moment, if Lisa and Tim have a personal moment, if Lisa and Mark have a personal moment, if Mark and Barbara have a personal moment, right? If Oriana, right? In other words, and we always mention Oriana because we love Oriana, we love her altar, which is always right behind, which is holding us. And Christine Glenn and Christina, right? Amelon and Christina and Claire and Liraz, right? And if all of us, Kirsten, right? In other words, there's 7,000 of us from around the world who have joined Evolutionary Church. When we have a personal moment, it's not just our small, separate self getting personal, but when Barbara gets personal, it's an expression of the larger personal field of reality itself. Reality is personal. And the Buddhists got it half right when they said move beyond personality, access the impersonal or the process, as the evolutionary people say, and that's us, but beyond the process or the inside of the process or the inside of the impersonal field of consciousness is a higher level of personal. So you can envision it for a second as we go into prayer. Level 1, personality, separate self, skin encapsulated ego. And that's good because ego exists in the mind of God. Separation exists in the mind of God. Level 2, stay with me, this is so beautiful. Level 2 is either pure consciousness from a kind of Advaita Vedanta or kind of Eastern mystical or Western mystical perspective, pure consciousness, right? Essence, right? I am. Or from an evolutionary perspective, it's pure process, right? The process is everything, right? My friend Andrew wrote a book and it was all about the process, and the word personal, right, was completely dismissed because he understood mistakenly, right, that the personal is only level 1. And level 1's personality. Level 2 is the process in the field of consciousness. But then level 3 is the ultimate intimate personal, evolutionary level. We're all evolutionary lovers. We live in an intimate universe. So in this moment, my friends, we go into the personal because that's what prayer is. Prayer is when we turn to the infinity of intimacy, which is God, and we reclaim prayer and we raise prayer up. Prayer is not, right? We turn to the personality God, who's just a large ego, who's a cosmic vending machine, and we put in a quarter and we get out a shiny car. No, prayer is we turn to the infinity of intimacy that knows our name and cares about every holy and broken hallelujah in our lives. We take it to Leonard Cohen. And Leonard's showing up himself this week, friends, right, to sing with us the hymn of Evolutionary Church, which is us turning to the infinity of intimacy, bringing before the altar of God, right? Oh my God, right? Oh my God, right? Our holy and our broken hallelujah. Oh my God, only Leonard can do Leonard. Let's go to the chat box, my friends. We go to the chat box and we offer up our prayer. And the way we offer, I just pray. I pray for everything. I ask for everything. Mercy, I pray for my miraculous healing of health and the miraculous healing of all beings. Right? Oh my God, right? Let's offer the prayer. Let's offer the prayer. Oriana, give us a prayer. Bobby, give us a prayer. I pray that I collaborate intimately with my finest future self. Priscilla, I pray for Uziel, who's in his last days of life on the planet. Right? Claire Lirazi, I pray for ever bigger capacity to open my heart in every contraction, every moment. Right? Lisa, I pray for Lainey's health. And everyone, offer prayers. David, I pray to be able to offer my gifts by getting a good next job. Oriana, I pray for healing on my back to dance the monster mash tonight. Christina Amelon, I pray for all the unwanted children. Right? And I ask for everything. Right? And when I offer prayer, I'm praying to God, and the God we don't believe in doesn't exist. Right? We actually are reclaiming prayer itself. Right? We're reclaiming prayer in the evolutionary movement. We're offering a new vision, and no one's left out. No one's watching on the outside. Bernice, pray, right, for those who have no one to pray for them. David Kennedy, right? Right? I affirm comfort and peace for Karen's family and for Peggy and all those who may be experiencing challenges at this time. And D. Kennedy, I invite you gently, 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 and challenge you. Pray, ask for it, right? Ask for it, right? Right? We get down on our knees and we say, oh my God, right? Not the fundamentalist God, who's ethnocentric and homophobic, but the infinity of intimacy that knows us and holds us, right? I pray for my sister Sophie's health, says Clara. Alita, so great. I pray for balance, right? I pray for everyone, right? If you can go not to all panelists, but to all panelists and attendees so we can read it, right? I pray for everyone in always to enjoy intimacy. And intimacy is not just into me, you see, right? Intimacy is the intimate universe. It's not just personal at the level of personality. It's everything. It's everywhere, right? Priscilla, I pray for the awakening of all beings. Donna, right? I pray for everyone here today, for everyone in the world, that there be peace for my family, my friends. Lolly, I pray for the union of our family. Dan, I need to find peace and I'm praying for it, right? I pray for clarity on what's next for Tim and I as we move into the future together. Robert Gross, I pray for the constant effort to increase my conscious contact, that my life is prayer. Rhoda, I pray for my continued strength to take care of myself and Shimmer, right? And Rhoda's taking care is the evolution of love itself, as she wrote, right, in the Planetary Awakening Accelerator. Suzanne, I pray for strength to get back up over and over again. Gabi, right, I pray for a soulmate, right? Ulrika, I'm asking for the ability to love open-hearted and take my personal risk. Bonnie, I pray for clarity and the highest good for all. Annie, I pray for my sweet inherited dog who appears to have cancer. Oh my God, blessings of love and joy. Right. Give us the blessings. And we're inviting just to actually, in this moment, we're in prayer, right? Shahati, I pray for all the pain that cannot get held, right? Colleen, I pray for evolutionary love awakened in me, right? Sally, I pray for my sister to find meaning as she passes. Does everyone get? It's so personal. Alex, I pray for courage and guidance to take risks. Paul, I pray for Jordy, Anamika, Ingrid, they may be cured from their illness. Right? Oh my God, Rhoda, to have funds to live freely as my unique self. I'm praying for Elsa Kirsten to be open through every contraction, right? In real time. Karen, I pray for our consciousness will arise to the level of one. Bernice, for the famine in Yemen. Rhoda, to trust myself and let our prayers pour forth and let our lips be impressed on the lips of God. And I invite everyone, right? If you're not going to write it in the chat box, totally beautiful. But don't just think it in your heart. When you speak it out loud, write it down, right? When I pray for Martin, right? Oh my God, I pray for Martin, right? Marina, I pray for my health physically, mentally. When you speak it out loud, right, then you literally love God open. You love reality open. When you speak it out loud, it's heard in a unique way, and it opens portals in reality. The infinity of intimacy meets you, and I turn the word with delight, with love, to beloved Barbara Holmate to take us into the message of the code for today and love it open. Thank you, beloved B. Amen.
Amen, amen, amen. Just the fierceness of this. This sermon really is in praise of the infinite intimacy and the story of it as us. And just to take a brief moment and remember. So let's take remembering, as this is our members. Origin of creation. Mystery beyond mystery. Totally designed for evolutionary love to become conscious in its members. So if we want to go into the deepest intention of creation, it would be exactly this. That intent that originated then gets to be recognized as your intent, my intent, and what does that intent hold in terms of evolutionary love? The entire genius of evolution is evolutionary love. And I love in the article that you wrote there for Unique Self about those first quarks. Something so touching about right after the Big Bang comes these entities called quarks, and they're attracted to each other. What did you say?
Yes, no, that's the core of the whole thing, isn't it, love? Right, it's right there.
Right there. I mean, so I identify with the quarks. All right, I'm a little quark, and I have no idea what I'm doing because I've just come through the Big Bang, which itself I didn't understand at all. And here I am attracted to another quark. And just think of the compelling evolutionary love that's going on right there Because as those quarks get attracted, they create. What do they create? Atoms, molecules, and eventually cells. And I am a quark attracted. And when I say yes to that attraction, look what happened. And if you take the journey of the evolutionary love up from the single cells and just put your attention on every cell in your body, is an expression of the intimacy of love of those first cells. It could have been a really enough to be a cell. But what happened is the attraction for other cells. And if you can just imagine the awesome journey of the attraction of cell to cell, with single cell and then multicellular animals. But not only are they attracted to each other, they're coordinated into whole bodies. So the cells joining to form multicellular animals are an awesome intelligence that not only are those cells attracted, this is going to be showing what it means for us, but when they join, they become more of who they are, they become more of their uniqueness, and they become enormously creative. This would be just single-celled animals, and then take them on up to the earliest humans. Well, of course, at the same time, there has to be an entire Earth, and it has to have all the plants and all the grass and all the vegetables and all the nourishment and all the animals that are being created by this evolutionary love, which we now, in the evolutionary church, let's take an awesome moment, to use one of Mark's favorite words, awesome, that the evolutionary love that is intimately in you and me as unique self-intimate expression of this, joining now with each other right now, following the vast story of evolution joining. Let's see all the members of this church, everybody who has been praying, everybody anywhere in the world who is drawn in, not just to be yet members of the church, but literally are members of the church. Because what's a member of the evolutionary church but an evolutionary lover who's aware that that internal impulse is that, and that we are attracted now to join with each other. And if our joining of our genius with each other is anything like what happened to the quarks and the single cells and the multi-cells, and you think of this vast planetary organism with each of us unique, at a point where it could go into devolution and self-destruction, or evolution and self-creation of the new, and you are a cell attracted to each other to do that. So let's tune in for a minute to that it feels like happens when we're attracted to each other and join, unite. The awesome mystery of that, starting with the quarks and right up to us now, is that this joining as a quark, single cells, multi-cells, animals, and now humans, and now evolutionary humans, joining genius in intimate expression of the divine. Let's feel inside ourselves the enormity of emerging love. Wow. God's love, the love. And feel it as the invisible impulse of creation, with all the genius inherent in it from everything that came before it in every cell. The eye, the ear, the this, the thumb, oh my God. And let's tune in together to the genius joining of evolutionary lovers creating what? Is it as radically new as a person? Is it as radically new as a planet? What is that newness that the intimacy is now creating? So we have said that the purpose of the church is a planetary awakening in love through a unique self-symphony joining by the very same tendency that got everything else to join, joining. And on the one hand, we're fearing the destruction of our life support system. And on the other hand, in this evolutionary church and everywhere where universal evolutionary human beings occur, we are not only expecting, but intending and experiencing in the quantum field, in the 0 point energy, the instantaneous manifestation and connectivity of the next level of intimacy on a social scale, where whoever and wherever we are feeling this intimacy, we are then becoming more of the frequency of the divine together. And we are sharing the innovations and the creative solutions that are transforming the world. So with that awesome thought, I'm turning it to you, Mark.
Oh my God.
I mean, is it not awesome that the
It does not get more awesome.
Creates this?
It does not get more awesome. It does not get more awesome. And when we actually get, beloved B, that we live in an intimate universe and that I am a quark. I am evolutionary love, like the quark is evolutionary love. And that we actually liberate love, right? And here's the key to the intimate universe. The key to the intimate universe, picking up, Barbara, from your word directly as we weave words and we join not genes, but the higher genes of the individual genius of unique self. And we come together in this we space. Here's the gorgeous thing. What we realize in this evolutionary code, when we say its insides are lined with love, and I send Barbara and Lisa an essay that I wrote 7 years ago called Evolutionary Love. And it starts with, as Barbara talked about, the quarks. And Barbara, you said so gorgeously, right? You know, in this, the feminine co-creator, let's make it personal, she says. I am a quark. Let's not talk about quarks. Let's be a quark, okay? So I am a quark. So I just want to invite everyone for a second just to write in the chat box, if we can do this together, I am a quark. Now, I'm more than a quark, okay? I'm more than a quark, but I'm not less than a quark, okay? Does everyone get that? David had some courage here. He said, I am a quark. But actually, every single person here is a quark. I am a quark. I'm a little quirky, okay? Right? Simona from Italy is a quark. I am a quark, right? I am a quark. I am a quark. We're going to get there, Lisa. First, you just got to be a quark. Before we transcend and include a quark, just be a quark, right? I am a quark. Don't be smart. Don't be clever. Just be a quark. I am a quark, right? I am a quark. I'm a dancing quark, says Priscilla, right? Right? And Shahad's got to remind us that she's much more. We know that, Shahad. But for a second, just be quirky with me. Let's be a little quirky. Are we willing to be a little quirky in church? Right? But actually, this is not just cute. It's a shift in identity, right? Colleen says, I am a quark. Joey Barry says, I am a quark. Right? Do we have any more quarks here? Is anyone not quirking here? We got to quark into this, okay? I am a quark. Nancy Ann, I knew you were a quark, okay? See, I knew that. I'm a joyful quark, okay? We have any more? I am a quark. I'm a quark. Oh my God, David Kennedy here, quark, there a quark, here a quark, there a quark, everywhere you go a quark. Let's do a little quarking here, all right? Norman's a lepton. Okay, Norman, you're a lepton. I get that, okay? We've got a couple of leptons finding their way in here. Got a couple of leptons, okay? I am a quark. Lots of love, Norman. He's a lepton. Okay, I got Alita. Are you a quark? Right? Carry a dorky quark. Okay, there's a dorky quark, okay? Now, if I don't get that I'm a quark, I'm more than a quark, and I'm not less than a quark. And a quark, you know what a quark feels? A quark feels, right? Oriana, what the quark? Good point, okay? Right? What the quark? Right now. Oh, Shanti's a quark. I know. Okay. Right. Okay. Kirsten, you're a quark. I've been meaning to tell you this for a long time. Okay. Right. You get it right. Oh my God. Right. So what does a quark feel, friends? Right. A quark feels, right. A quark feels that actually, right. Oh my God, I'm allured. And at the moment of the Big Bang, Barbara and I just did this dialogue that, by the way, Barbara didn't record. We have to do it again, right, with Howard Bloom. Right? And we were talking about that in the beginning, at the moment of the Big Bang, the great flaring forth, the quarks only survive if 3 quarks come together. The original Monadnock at the beginning, right, of reality. Right? There's this holy trinity. And a quark can't live by itself because a quark is allured to other quarks, and not just any other quarks. Quarks actually are allured to, they dance with, and then they form stable depth relationship with other quarks, and no quark can live alone. It's not good for a quark to be alone. We have scripture on this, right? Oh my God. And then quarks come together and they form something new through the configurations of their intimacy. And what they form new is called an atom. An atom. And if you're willing to play with me all the way, here we go. Ready? I'm an atom. Anyone willing to do it with me? I'm an atom. Any atoms? I'm an atom. Give me some atoms here. Do we have any atoms here? I'm an atom. Don't stop at being a quark. Okay, it's a regression. Oh, people think a little quark. Okay, I'm not going to be an atom. No, I'm just going to be a quark. Really? Not me. I'm not going to be an atom. I'm not going to write I'm an atom. Give me some atoms. I'm an atom. I'm an atom. The atoms come together. We're moving fast now. Okay, let me atom. And it says I'm a molecule. Any molecules? Any molecules here? I'm a molecule. We're now moving up the evolutionary chain. And molecules are allured to each other. And I'm a complex molecule. I'm a complex molecule. And now I'm waking up as a cell. I am a cell. And these cells are allured to each other. And they form, ready? I'm a multicell. I'm a multicell. They're like a multivitamin. There's a multicell. Right? I'm a multicell. And what's driving this entire process is allurement. Right? And now I'm an organism. I'm an organism. And now I'm a complex organism. And ready for this? We're about to take a leap and a jump here. I am a plant. I am a plant. I have a dream and I am a plant. I am a plant. I am a plant. I am a plant. I'm an organism. I am a plant. I am a plant. And now as allurement happens, right, I am fish in the sea. I am fish in the sea, right? And we know that, friends, right, processes that happen in plants, we breathe in and out with plants. Right? The structure of genetics in fish live in us. And I am an early animal. I'm an early animal, right? And I am a mammal. And I'm a later mammal, right? And I'm a hominid, right? Walking on the savannah 1 million years ago, right? And what's driving this entire process is evolutionary love. Right? The universe is not random and chance. There's a random and chance dimension in how some of the mutations happen, but it happens in the larger context of evolutionary love. The universe is guided by evolutionary love codes that are the principles of an intimate universe. And that intimate universe is yearning to awaken, right, as a new species. Right? The intimate universe is yearning to become a new human because I'm an early prehistoric, right, hunter-gatherer, right? That's me. I'm an early prehistoric hunter-gatherer, and I'm thinking about my expansive time as 15 minutes. Can I escape the bison that wants to kill me and my wife, right, today, right? And then, oh my God, we're allured, but I take care of my wife, and I take care of my daughter, and I realize that I don't sexualize my daughter, which is the beginning of the family. I protect my daughter, which is a new expression of evolutionary love that never existed before. And then we come together and let's farm a little bit. Hey, honey, you want to start a farm? Let's start a farm. And I'm doing agraria now, and there's early tools, horticulture, and later tools. And then I come together in larger and larger units of interaction and love. My love expands. I don't just love my clan. I love my entire tribe, and my love expands. I don't just love my tribe, I love the entire kingdom. I'm allured to everybody in the kingdom. And then my love expands, and oh my God, and then we go through this, thousands of years, and finally I burst forth, right, with Da Vinci in the Renaissance, and I realized I don't just love Florence, I've got this moment, even Da Vinci, although Da Vinci battled for Florence his whole life, but he gets this moment, I love all the Italian city-states. And then I burst forward, and I finally get into the French Enlightenment when the guillotine stops its regressive move, and I realize, oh my God, I love all of humanity. Right, I've moved from ethnocentric to world-centric love, and intimacy is expanding. I love all of humanity, but I'm still eating hot dogs, right? And I'm still eating hamburgers because I don't think a lot about cows. And then I break even beyond that, and I become cosmocentric. I'm intimate with all of reality. I am evolutionary man and evolutionary woman. I am evolution. Evolution's always been conscious, but now evolution is conscious in me. I am conscious of evolution. I realize that who I am is I am evolution. I am evolutionary love. And friends, will you join Barbara and I there? Are we ready to actually write, I am, I know this is a big phrase, but ready? I am a unique expression of evolutionary love. That's a lot to ask, right? On a Saturday morning, that's a lot of writing. How about this? I am evolutionary love unique. I am evolutionary love unique. I am evolutionary love unique. That's who I am. I'm a unique expression of evolutionary love. Oh my God. I am a unique expression of evolutionary love, and the quarks and the atoms and the molecules and the cells and everything, it all lives in me. And intimacy has driven reality to create new and higher and deeper configurations of intimacy, and we are reclaiming an identity. And Barbara, I want to tell you something wild, okay? I want to bring this, right? I am a unique expression of evolutionary love, and whoever's willing to write it, cry it out, shout it out, so we can evolve love together. So I want to bring you here. Right, now let's make this, get how real this is, right? I'm a unique expression of evolutionary love. I got the New York Times here in front of me, okay? Let's bring this into the New York Times. So our friend David Brooks wrote a column, and he writes a column about, what's happening in St. Petersburg 100 years ago, right? And it's a column, right, where he's citing a guy named John Reed, who's in St. Petersburg 100 years ago, watching Lenin and Trotsky and the rest of the Bolsheviks take over Russia. Right? And why did they win? Why did they win against, right, the Democrats who wanted Russia to move in a much more sweet and liberal direction? Because he says, the thing you notice, right, is that the communists had religion. They had secular religion. They believed in something. They had a clear intellectual framework that explained events. Now, the problem with their intellectual framework was that it was dogmatic, right? It was based in only one dimension of reality, which is it's all about economics and about means of production. So it was a weak explanation, right? But they had a sense of identity, and the Russian Democrats had lost moral authority. They didn't have the trust of the people, but they didn't trust themselves because they stopped believing in anything. You get that? Oh my God. And he describes the first 10 days of Lenin. And then David Brooks starts talking about the 10 days of Trump. And why is Trump, right, sweeping parts of America? Why did he get elected? Why did he defeat the entire Obama-Clinton machine, the most powerful Democratic machine in history? Why did he, right, defeat a field of 17 mega wealthy Republican candidates, including the entire Bush machine? What did he do? Right? So it's really easy to deride the guy, and he deserves a little derision because he's doing some crazy stuff, and he's not behaving very presidential, and he's not inspiring moral leadership. But actually, if we just demonize him, we're going to miss the point, right? And it's, what is Trump about? He's actually, and I want you to really get this really deeply, Trump is speaking into a context in which there's a complete loss of identity, right? Right? And in this loss of identity, and David Brooks writes, when other relationships disappear, right, so what Americans are doing is they're struggling for identity. Who am I? Right? And Trump, instead of having, right, a positive new vision of identity, which he doesn't have, but here's the story, either did Clinton. Now stay with me for a second. The liberal world has not articulated a new answer to the question of who am I? There is no positive vision of identity. We don't know who we are. So all the liberal world can tell us is, I am a skin-encapsulated ego. I am a separate self. And I'm a victim. I got to make sure not to be a victim. I got to protect my separate selfhood, which is momentous. That's a momentous advance. We've got to stand firm against any form of sexual harassment. in any form of victimization. And that's the great accomplishment of the postmodern separate self. Don't get into my space. Get out of my face. You have no right to touch me. I am protected. That's beautiful. That's holy. That's gorgeous, but it's not enough. If I don't have a positive, noble vision of identity, and if I don't actually realize I'm not just a separate self who's a dangling modifier, right, in the vocabulary of the cosmic scroll, if I don't realize a deeper identity, I'm a new human. And a new human realizes I'm a quark, and I'm an atom, and I'm a molecule, and I'm a cell, and it all lives in me. And evolution is awakening in me, as me, and through me. And I am a new configuration of intimacy driven by evolutionary love. I am an evolutionary lover. I am evolutionary love uniquely expressed. I have outrageous acts of love to commit that can be done by no one that ever was, is, or will be, right? I am a unique expression. I am, and that's today's code, right? I am God's unique intimacy. That's code 9. I live in an intimate universe, and I am God's unique intimacy. Barbara is God's unique intimacy. Barbara Marx Hubbard is God's unique intimacy. And Oriana, right? And Alex, and Christine, right? And Lisa. I am God's unique intimacy. I am an evolutionary unique self. And together as evolutionary unique selves, we form a homo universalis, your gorgeous term, Barbara. Right? We come together as a new species, as a new human. I am evolutionary love, uniquely expressed, and reality needs my service, code 4 and code 5 and code 6. Reality needs my gift. And I want to tell you something. David Brooks here in the New York Times. I mean, David, my dear friend, you don't get it. Right? David says, he quotes Jonathan Sacks, who's a colleague of mine, who's a wonderful, wonderful Orthodox rabbi. And Jonathan says, well, America was based on biblical categories. And it was about marriages, families, and congregations, right? And Sacks says, right, today we've lost our biblical categories of strong marriages and families and communities, right? And right, David Brooks ends, right, his piece saying, right, we need this new vision of identity. And he says, frankly, I think America's traditional biblical ethic is still lurking somewhere in the national DNA. But there has to be a leader who can restore it to life. No, David. No, you missed the point. Right? Yes, we're going to transcend and include the biblical ethic. For sure. The biblical ethic that got the infinity of intimacy, yes. But the biblical ethic that was ethnocentric and homophobic, no. And the old vision of marriage isn't going to carry us the same way. We need the old vision of marriage and the best of it and new visions of relationship. We live in a world in which more than 50% of America is not in a traditional marriage. We live in a world in which the old man.
Oops.
About, my friend. It's not about the old biblical ethic. You get it? We've got to take and transcend and include. The old biblical ethic was pre-modern. It was ethnocentric and homophobic. We got to take the best of the old biblical ethic, not the worst, and evolve it. We got to take the best of modernity and evolve it. We got to take the best, right, of post-modernity and evolve it. So why did Trump get elected? Because we didn't articulate a new vision. Evolution stalled, as my friend Ken Wilber likes to say. Evolution stalled because post-modernity deconstructed all of modernity and pre-modernity, but didn't offer a new vision of identity. And evolutionary church is about offering that new vision of identity. Who am I? I am evolutionary love, uniquely expressed. I'm an evolutionary unique self. Who are we? We are the new humanity. We are the unique self symphony, each of us committing our outrageous acts of love, coming together in this new vision. The new map is Wheel of Co-Creation 2.0. We'll talk about later. Right? The practices are the evolutionary love practices and the evolutionary love codes that take us the next step. The community, again, unique self symphony. And oh my God. So when David Brooks, beloved Barbara, right, ends his column by saying, oh my God, let's find the biblical ethic.
Yeah.
Listening. Right? Oh my God. And here's the last piece, okay? Last piece. Right, 1 minute, right, here we go. What Trump has done is, my friends, right, he's taken the shadow of pre-modernity and the shadow of modernity and the shadow of post-modernity and tried to put them together. His shadow of pre-modernity is he says, I'm supported by the fundamentalist world. Blessings to our fundamentalist friends who get a lot right, but they got a lot wrong. Trump says, I'm supported by fundamentalism. And I got Mike Pence who wants to hang the homosexuals. Really? That's the shadow of pre-modernity. Then Trump is the shadow of modernity, and modernity's business. And Trump says on national television in a debate, right, I don't pay contractors who did work for me because I'm a good businessman. That's the shadow of capitalism. That's the tragedy. It's crony capitalism. So he's the shadow of modernity. Shadow of modernity, fundamentalism. Shadow of modernity, crony capitalism, bad business. And then, Barbara, beloved, we know that Trump is the shadow of postmodernity because postmodernity is about post-truth. And Trump takes post-truth out of the academy and he makes post-truth. Facts don't matter. Truth doesn't matter, right? Into an actual instrument of policy. Trump weaves together the three shadows of pre-modernity, modernity, and post-modernity, right, into a new tragic identity. My problem with Trump is not his policies. There are good Republican think tanks. There's good Democratic think tanks. Barbara's and my trouble with Trump is he's not a new homo religiosus, right? We need a new human and a new humanity. We need to know I am evolutionary love. I'm a unique expression of evolutionary love. And we are evolutionary unique selves who come together, right, as homo universalis. And we look in each other's eyes, my friends. And we can now, we want to join, right, and make a contribution. Barbara, invite us into contribution, right? Invite us into contribution so we can take Evolutionary Church, my friends, right? And we can actually, right, respond to what David Brooks doesn't yet understand, right? We can share this vision because it's only this new vision, this evolution of love, that can actually respond to the second shock. So Barbara, teach us how to make contribution. It's in the chat box.
Well,
madly, Lisa, love you madly, evolutionary lovers. Amen.
beautiful, Mark. That was a very, very inspiring, very true. And I want to say one additional word why I think we're going to make it through is evolutionary love is an expression of the consciousness of evolution that created everything. Conscious evolution is evolution became conscious as evolutionary love. Wow. But not only evolutionary love, but how does evolutionary love work? How do quarks get together and actually create all this? And what we're learning through our science and our technology and our intuition is we are carrying a new story about how to make it work. To be very, very pragmatic, it's not going to work without that. And we're at the point of the evolution of our planet, or evolution. So I would say that contributing to the evolution of evolutionary love through our church and all that the people that are actually with this and don't fully know it yet, let's assemble the community.
Yes.
Let's assemble the co-creators. Let's assemble the evolutionary beings that love and are intelligent enough to heal the earth, free the people, explore the universe. So let's create evolutionary community planet-wide through the Evolutionary Church and give your contribution to evolving the world.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Barbara, you are so awesome. And we're a minute over. So I'm just going to look in your eyes, Barbara, and everyone, let's look in each other's eyes and imagine the eyes if there's someone next to you. Okay. And I've got a little bit of a flu today, right? And Lisa's at a soccer tournament and we do church from wherever we are. So I apologize for being off tune. And I know Libby Roderick does it so much better than I do. But as evolutionary lovers, we look at each other in the last second of church as we're making our contribution. And we say, how could anyone ever tell you, beloved be, that you are anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you that you are less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that our love is just a miracle? And how deeply we are connected in our souls. And to Adam Hall, who you're staying with, and to the Friends of Santa Barbara, right? And to Lisa and to everyone, let's just sing to each other. How could anyone ever tell us, Evolutionary Church, that we are anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell us that we are less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that our evolutionary love is just a miracle? And we are connected in our souls. Last time, how could anyone ever tell us, and it works even though we're off tune, that we are anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell us that we are less than whole? And we're the ones, we got to make this revolution. How could anyone fail to notice that our love is just a miracle? And how deeply we are connected in our soul. Oh my God. What a delight to be alive. Friends, I literally, knowing there's Evolutionary Church, knowing I can look and see Oriana's altar, right? Oh my God, right? Judy, Bobby, Elizabeth, Jim, KZ, oh my God, right? Natashiri, right? Suzanne, where's Oots? There he is, Oots. Hello, brother. Yes. Oh my God, right? Barbara's holding the space in Santa Barbara. She's partying this weekend. Evolutionary partying, right? Raising it all up. Joie. Where's Colleen? There she is. Oh my God. There's Colleen. Right? There's Colleen. Oh my God. Us guys, friends, right? This is it. We got to start this church, this synagogue, this mosque, right? And just raise it up together. Christina Amelon, Shahati, Maureen, Cindy, right? Dee Kennedy. Hey, Dee Kennedy. Yo, sister. Right? Oh my God. Judy, Maya, right? Murray, right? Julie, Carol. Oh my God. Right? Oh my goddess. Right? Christina, Liraz, Peggy C, right? Michelle, right? Donna Rose. Where is Medea? We're looking for Medea, right? Oh my God. Right? Gare. We're so together, right? What is it like? Tom. Hey, Tom, you got the Jesus look there. You got to just be doing some prophecy out there. Whatever you're doing, do prophecy. You got the look. You got it going on. Okay? Tom, thank you, Tom. Rhoda Jacobs, right? Gabi. Yay, Gabi, right? Right? We can actually work together. Maya. There's Maya. Hey, Maya. Hey, sister. Right? M-P-O-P-P-E. M-Pop. Where's Christina Amlon? There she is. Yes, in Wisconsin. Julie, right? Louise. Right? It's such a delight. It's such an honor to be here. Have the most gorgeous week, everyone. Let's raise this up, right? Like Da Vinci did. We are Da Vinci together as we bring in this new vision of identity. Right? Amen. Have the most gorgeous week, everyone. Hallelujah.
Bye-bye. Bye, everybody.
Amen.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Same time, same place next week. And remember, if you want to be in on that Q&A next week, you can, and you're not a member of the collective, you can hop in on the collective. It's at the top of our chat. So see those of you that are members of the collective, see you at the Q&A on Friday. Everyone else will see on Saturday. Have a wonderful week. Bye, all.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Love you.
Love you all.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh my God. Love you.